Well, welcome to the Valley Hoops Insider podcast, part of the Valley Hoops Insider website. We're live to you on YouTube and Twitter and other places. Glad you're with us. We've got the head basketball coach of the Evansville Purple Aces, first year on the job, David Ragland. And first, congratulations on getting the job. But secondly, what's it been like? It's been just a whirlwind kind of time.
It's been slow. We hadn't done much. No, it's been busy. It's been a good busy. It's been hectic. We've been just locked in on getting better daily, and I feel like we've achieved that. But just how can we move the needle with our program on a daily basis, and we've been locked in on it. It's been busy 4 months, but a productive one.
You had to put together a roster. You had some guys come back, but you had to put together a bunch of other pieces, talk about just that process.
Yeah, no, it started with the staff, and putting together a staff. I wanted to make sure I got a talented staff, but also better people, and I feel like knocked that out the park. And the next step was to get really good players, but even better people, and did that as well. We have. I think about like winning championships. We're not afraid to say that. That's what we're coming together to do. And the only way you win championships is with championship people. And we have talented individuals, coaches, players, but they're even better people. So if we can commit to each other on a daily basis and live by what our non-negotiables are and what our expectations are of getting better every day and commit to it, sky's the limit.
When you put together that coaching staff and you talked about bringing in good people, good players, and people that knew what to do, but you brought in 2 Evansville guys. Talk about that.
No, I think a lot of times with these jobs, you can hire a ton of people and a ton of talented people. However, getting individuals that understand the importance of the position and the importance of what we're trying to accomplish. It's never. I guess you can't miss if it's guys that lived it, and Marcus and Craig both lived it as student athletes. They won championships. They got their degree. They met their wives. Evansville was a huge impact on their lives in a positive way. So their commitment to wanting to see that happen for the young people we have on a roster, second to none, and that's special for us to be able to have that.
You've coached in a lot of different places, but now you're the head coach in the Missouri Valley Conference. Talk about the challenges that are in front of you.
Yeah, I think there's one or two ways to look at things, either challenges or opportunities, and it's a heck of an opportunity to be able to revive a program that's storied in a storied conference. Challenges. I don't know if there are any that I see, but the opportunity to be able to do something in a special place, do something special in a special place is how we view it.
Talk about this young man right now.
Yeah, Marvin, man, he's great individual. We started off as foes. He was at UNLV, I was at Utah State, and playing against each other. And I remember just watching him play, watching him on film, his energy. He was, didn't matter if he was in the game, on the bench, he was always engaged. And that's one thing we talk to our players about is even if you're out of a drill, even if you're out, you're in. And he's always engaged, has good way about him, good energy, and he's a natural leader. Sometimes that's a gift and a curse is being a leader because people are always watching, and you have a certain expectation that you're held to. But he's done great by it in the four months he's been here, and I only expect him to continue to do that. But blessed to have him. Sky's the limit for him individually. Sky's the limit for us as a program with him leading it.
When you put together the roster and you think, okay, we got this. I don't know if you do it like this. We got that shooting guard. We got that power forward. However you're piecing together the roster, then you see them. Okay, this is our team. Now you've seen them on the floor a little bit. I mean, you haven't had real practices. When you step back, you say, okay, we are going to be able to do A. We can't do B. I mean, do you do it like that? Evaluate a bit?
Yeah, I mean, you have to know who you are. I think a lot of people it's great to have goals and expectations of where you want to be and what you want to be, but you have to know where you're at to know where you're going. And I know we're a hardworking team. I do know that. I know we have good athleticism. We have good size at position, and we have creating habits of a good defensive team. So the goal of being a good team that can defend and rebound, we're starting to shape up into that. And the next step is being able to, we did a lot of skill development, and we want guys that can dribble, pass, and shoot, and we want to give them a ton of freedom. But with freedom comes responsibility, and the responsibility is play team basketball, share the ball, play for each other, and if we can live in that, play in space, play downhill, play for each other, be a high assist team with low turnovers. It'll be a lot of fun for them to play, a lot of fun for our fans to watch, and win a lot of games doing it.
Okay, my job is to break news. Okay, so here we go. Are the short sleeve shirts coming back, and when are you playing Southern Indiana?
TBD on both. The sleeve thing that we're working through it. It's hard to get sleeve jersey unless you're playing baseball. Then USI, that's something we're definitely going to do when it works for both of us. I mean, it makes sense. We're not too far from each other. Fiscally, it makes sense. The fan base, both fan bases will love it. Just have to make sense with scheduling and us coming into our schedule. COVID has affected our schedule, so I actually saw Stan a week ago, and we thought about tipping it up, the two of us one-on-one, but that would have been ugly. But we'll do it. Just it's a matter of when.
Pay-per-view, brother. You and me.
Absolutely.
Man on man.
Absolutely. That'd be gross.
We're gonna have Marvin step in. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Come on in. Harry Schrader's my name. Welcome. We're all live right here. We're just doing it.
Sounds good.
Talk about what made you want to come to Evansville.
I think just the energy. Every time I talk to Coach Ragland and staff, it was just positivity. And, the recruitment process can be kind of tough because, coaches are all telling you the same thing. You don't know who's telling you what's right and what's wrong. But I think just the energy he had every time I talked to him and the whole staff, it just seemed like a family environment. So I was like, I pulled the trigger.
So you come from a quote-unquote larger program. Talk about just that adjustment. What are the demands the same? Are they different, maybe outside the program, inside the program?
I mean, as a leader, I think my demands are pretty much the same, if not more. Being a point guard, a leader on the court, I think my role will be bigger in that way. Just more expected out of me each and every day. But I look at it the same. I approach every day the same, and I just want to, do good by my team.
The city of Evansville historically just loves basketball. I was just talking to Coach about USI joining the Ohio Valley, and there's a lot of buzz about that. I think there's a lot of buzz about Coach Ragland's new regime, there at Evansville. Can you feel that in the community?
Oh, absolutely. Especially even when I committed. Like, I got a lot of love on Twitter, and it's crazy. Like, the first day I got there, when I was at the airport, fans came up to me like, "Oh, hey, we've been supporting Evansville since 1990, since 1980." You go to the grocery store, you see pictures of like Coach Marcus Wilson and stuff like that. So obviously the rich history is there, and we just want to bring it back and get the fans something to be excited for.
But have you met Purple Paul yet?
I have not.
You'll meet Purple Paul. Don't worry.
Okay.
So before I let you go, I got two questions left. Number one, tell me about that young man right there.
Blaze Beauchamp. He's actually very fun to play with, very exciting to see. He's actually my roommate, so we bond off the court as well. But, he's a very exciting player. Obviously, he had some success last year, and I expect him to do even better this year.
Okay, so my final question for you is your favorite Marcus Wilson story so far.
I would say we are in Outback Steakhouse the first day I get there, and we walk in immediately. There's like a picture of him, so I'm like, "Oh, you are big time around here." Then we're sitting, and our waiter is like taking forever to like bring our food. So he goes, and we're joking with him. We like, "Oh, what'd you say?" "Oh, I'm Marcus Wilson. I need my food right away." But he just can pull strings and just do whatever he wants. Like, he's the man around Evansville.
I love Marcus. He's a good friend.
Thanks
for your time.
Thank you.
Come on in, Blaze. We're just rolling through the Evansville guys like crazy here. Blaze, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you able a little bit to introduce your new team, because we got a lot of new teammates,
Yes, sir.
to the program, to the community, etc.
So we have, going down the line, we have Marvin, who you guys just met. We have Gabe Spinelli, who's a freshman, Xavion, freshman as well. Yassine, JUCO transfer, was actually just overseas playing for his national team. Sekou, who was on Akron before this, so went to the tournament last year. Man, there's a lot of new guys. Chris, yep, he's a new guy coming in, freshman as well. So have a lot of new faces, a lot of new personalities to blend. We have Matus coming from overseas as well. Man, so just a lot of new freshmen as well, all freshmen. So a lot of us, we're a younger squad, but we also have older guys that have the experience to kind of guide them along right now. And I think it's a really good mix for us.
Tell me about this guy's game right here.
Oh yeah, Antoine, that's my man. We're all roommates. Me, Marvin, and him. We're all roommates. Is my guy for the past 2 years. So man's can shoot the ball, shoot the lights out, and he gets a little physical down low too. So kind of does it all for you. How
would you compare, contrast, not better or worse, the coaching styles from Coach Ragland, from Licklider? Like, how are things different? How are they the same?
The differentials right now, man, we're just playing a lot faster. Getting up and down the court, we're doing a lot of fast break drills, trying to make decisions quicker. Definitely the tempo of everything is going to be a lot different for us. So similarities, they're both quote guys. So you hear a lot of quotes, a lot of guidance, because I think they've both been in places. So there's some differences and there's some similarities. You could take from both and run with it.
So your second year, I think, right, in the league. Talk about what you're hoping, expecting from yourself.
Just always improving. Gonna hopefully, win a lot more, and then just always improving overall, doing more stuff for the team and for the guys, and whatever it takes to win out there.
I'm gonna drag Antoine here as well, but he's on the phone, so we'll give him a minute. When you look at your team playing faster and all that, do you have those guys to be able to do that, to accomplish that?
Yes, we definitely have moved more to a faster pace type of more athletic team. I think you'll see a lot more excitement when it comes to us too. Like, it's going to be a very different shape when it comes to that. Yes, we have the guys that like to play that way and know how to play that way.
Looking forward to seeing you guys. Antoine,
Yes, sir.
Come on over. Welcome back to St. Louis. You've been here before. So you're a guy that's been around a little bit at the program there, and I was just asking Blaze about differences and similarities between the former coaching staff and this coaching staff. What do you notice that's different?
I would say, Licklider was more methodical, and they just have different approaches. So whereas Licklider's methodical and he likes to build on things a way. Ryan's more of, he'll throw us like different drills. We do them, and obviously, we're messing them up because it's our first time. But then we go back and watch film, and then he kind of he just throws us into the fire, and then we improve that way. So it's just different approaches to teaching the game.
You're a guy that's had moments, right, on this team and in this league where people have gone, woof, he's a really outstanding player. And yet the program has struggled a little bit over the last couple of years. What are you looking for, both as a team, but as an individual? Where do you want to see this move forward for you and for the team?
I mean, personally speaking, I think the challenge I'm giving myself is to lead by example, and also using my voice, but to lead by example. and pull everyone else along. And then as far as the team, I mean, obviously win games. I mean, that's the most important thing, but also just not, closing out the outside noise, focusing on what we have to do, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that have to do the work. We're the ones that are playing. So we just have to be comfortable with ourselves and with the process that we're going through.
When the season ended and Coach Licklider was gone, and some of those guys that have been around 4 or 5 years now, they're all gone. Is it, in some ways, it probably just feels like a fresh start, a fresh taste in your mouth?
Yes.
Those things were negative.
Right.
It's just totally different.
No, it is totally, completely different. No, I'd agree. I mean, because we even got a new AD, so from the top down, it's a completely different experience for sure.
He's active on social media.
Yeah, no, he's super active. Yeah.
I'm surprised sometimes, guys that are old like me, he's younger than me, but they get active, and I'm like, hey, look at that. He's trying to connect.
Engage. Yeah, no, he's definitely more engaging for sure.
So as you come to the event, and there's the media poll isn't out yet, and you guys won't be ranked high. I mean, well, some of the national publications have already had you guys 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever. Is that something you use as motivation, or do you just, like you said, we tune out the stuff outside? Which way does it work for you?
It's kind of a mix of both. It's something that you're aware of, but whether you're first or 12th, you still have to play the games. So beyond being aware of it, you could use it as like extrinsic motivation, but most of it has to be inside of you for it to, actually work. That only goes so far.
So Coach Rags has got that hot voice, and he's kind of raspy. Do you guys like not make fun of him, but do you guys imitate him behind his back?
It hurts your voice to try to imitate like what he sounds like. It's crazy. Yeah, no, he's always chatting, so he never gets a chance to give his voice a break.
I was just asking Blaze about Marcus, who I've known for years. Tell me what Craig Snow brings to the equation of your coaching staff.
Yeah, no, he definitely brings a balance. Whereas Coach Rags and Coach Wilson, they're more fiery and they're more just boisterous, I guess. Snow was like more measured, and insightful, and like he's not always talking, but when he does speak, it's always something that's it's applicable.
Watch both those guys play in this league. They're players. I mean, they had game, man, and so
they say.
I know they really did. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much. All right, we're going to wrap up the Evansville portion of our live broadcast, where we'll be talking it over with more of the coaches and players in just a minute. You're watching Valley Hoops Insider, Twitter, YouTube, and all the other places it's being spit out to. So thanks for joining us.